Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celebrating Black Excellence. I'm your digital host, Carlton T. Clay. As we are ending our year and we are ending Celebrating Black Excellence for 2024, what a great way to end than with family. And so my next guests are my little siblings. They are authors in their own right. I present to you Karmen Scott and Kameron Clay. How y'all doing today?
Hi.
Hey.
What's
going on?
Yes, we're on Zoom, so we're having to switch back and forth between Karmen and Kameron. And so since Carmen's on our screen first, let's start with you. Karmen, what started your love for writing? Now, how did you get inspired to start writing?
Well, it was, I gotta say reading your books as Earth Spins, that whole series. And I always kind of love being able to create a world. I like that authors can create their own universe and allow readers to kind of get lost in that as an escape, essentially. And I knew I wanted to do something like that. So, but I really, really wanted to do it after I read your books. And then I got into one of my other favorite authors, Nini Simone, in middle school. And I would say that you guys' writing style inspired my writing style. And it just made me want to keep writing and pursue that as a career.
Nice. And Kameron, you surprised us all when you started working on your books. You became an author of your books. Kameron, what inspired you to write your books?
Honestly, it was God. I wouldn't even say it was inspired. It seemed forced at the time. Yeah, it was him. He just told me to write a book. I wanted to write something that was for readers like me. I'm not a reader. I do not like reading, so I like short things. I like straight to the point. So that's really what inspired it, was just making something that somebody like me would want to read.
And you have your two books, I Am a Sinner and Purposefully You. I Am a Sinner. Can you tell us what that's about?
I Am a Sinner is just basically a book to show everyone that we are all the same. You know, regardless of how you view yourself, regardless of how you view the world and others, we're all sinners in the world. We all are searching for something. We all are looking for something, and God loves us the way we are. You know, I feel like a lot of people out in the world view themselves higher than what they are, and I want people to realize that we are all the same, and we are all looking to just be better.
And then you have Purposefully You. Can you talk about that as well?
That one is more so for the readers who are struggling day to day. They are lost in themselves, in their life. They feel like they're just in an endless cycle. And I just wanted to give them an understanding of you have a purpose, even in your everyday cycle. And purposes, and sometimes your life's purpose changes. And you have to move with that, and you have to be okay with being who you are.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And Karmen, you have the Inexperienced series. Can you talk about that and what inspired that series?
Yes. So basically, the quick synopsis is just about a young girl named Kyra. And it starts from her freshman year in college. She's 18. And just through the story, we just kind of see Kyra grow, how she grows from being, I like to say, ignorant to what she didn't know before she got to college. And she just learns how to kind of grow through situations, certain temptations and things like that. It grows her closer to God. She essentially meets the love of her life, and we get to see their story kind of blossom throughout the entire series. And that entire story was loosely based off of my own experience. Just kind of going off to college, not really knowing much of anything, meeting new people, experiencing new things, and just kind of learning lessons through all of that.
And there are 4 books in the series: Inexperienced, Overexperienced, New Experience, and Loving You Through It. How have you grown as a writer through all 4 of those books?
Oh, wow. Honestly, I would say one of the main things is how I tell the story. You can see, I believe readers can see the growth in my writing as I grew up with the characters. So I would say that I've grown as an author, just kind of learning how to allow my characters to tell their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels a little more natural to listen to what I feel they're telling me and how they want me to tell their stories, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, definitely, for sure. Now, Kameron, you also have a podcast, Jesus Through Love podcast. Can you talk about what made you start that podcast and just what that's about?
What made me start it is that I am one who tries to show love to everybody. And I feel like as a Christian, we don't do that very good. We don't show love that often, and a lot of times it's more people look at us as more judgmental. So I started the podcast, and I feel like God led me to start the podcast to just show a different side of us, to show the actual side that loves people, that really that really cares about people, and I feel like that's just what every episode is about. Is just showing you a different perspective on the Christian lifestyle.
And Karmen, you have your blog, Child of Purpose. Can you talk about that for us as well?
Yes. I started writing that just to kind of take readers on my actual journey, like my life journey. I started that in college, and I just kind of write as I feel I'm inspired. I don't like to force any of my blogs. I pray and I just ask God to give me something to write if there is something to write. And as of lately, I've been sharing, my recent story with my recent diagnosis with multiple sclerosis. And I just kind of like to write just to be able to relate to people. So people can have somebody they can read and be like, wow, I'm going through that too, or I've been through that. And it's nice to know that there's somebody else that's out there going through it, but it's also encouraging me to keep going.
Yes, absolutely. And you recently got #1 and #2 on Amazon with your books, Inexperienced and Overexperienced. How was that feeling when you saw that you hit #1 and #2 on Amazon?
It was surreal. It was very random. I always check just because just to see where I am or if I have any reviews or anything. And when I saw it, I honestly had to like do a double take because initially I was like, is this a mistake? Like, is this real? But it was there for like 2 days, and it was honestly, it's just a dream come true. Like, it's just something I didn't think would happen that soon. So it was very exciting.
Kameron, if people want to hear your podcast or if they want to get your books, how can they do so?
Podcast is on. I found out it's everywhere. Recently, it's everywhere you want to listen to a podcast. iHeart, Spotify, Apple, um, all the other platforms that's on. It's on YouTube. We do YouTube videos. All you have to do is type in Jesus Through Love, and we will pop up. And the books, they're on Apple and Amazon. So they're digital books. They're not. They're both ebooks. So you just have to go on Amazon and Apple to find them.
And Karmen, same question for you. If people want to read your books or if they want to sign on for your blog, how can they do so?
Yeah, I pretty much made it easier for everybody to kind of get links, like the multiple links to my books. Just go to my website, authorkarmenscott.wordpress.com, and I'll shoot you right to the links on Amazon and Ingram Spark or wherever you want to get them. Then my blog is childofpurposeblog.wordpress.com.
And one more question. What words of encouragement could you give someone, Karmen, start with you, who wants to start a book, write a book, start a blog? Like, what words of encouragement can you give somebody who might be watching?
Just write the story. Just get out of your head, shut out all the outside noise. That includes your own brain. Just write the story because there is always somebody that needs to hear it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. There will always be that one person that really, really needs to hear it. And just write for them. Write for yourself and also write for them.
All right. Same question for you, Kameron. If someone wants to maybe start a podcast, what advice can you give them?
My advice is my first advice is to just do it. A lot of times we try to find the right equipment. We want the right things. We want to start off the right way. And if you go down that path, a lot of times you're never going to do it. I would say just do it. But the best advice I can give you is to just stay in your area. I've had a struggle of comparing myself to different podcasts and trying to understand how they're reaching more people and what are they doing. And your time will come. That's the only advice I feel like is necessary, is that your time will come.
Nice. We definitely appreciate that. Now, if people want to follow you or know more about you, how can they do so? Start with you, Kameron.
Everything is Jesus Through Love, at Jesus Through Love on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. That's everything is at Jesus Through Love. So if you type in Jesus Through Love, we will pop up.
And Karmen, if people want to follow you, how can they do so?
So my name on Facebook, Instagram, Threads is author Karmen Scott. And on TikTok, I believe you just search Meech, Meech, the author. It should I should pop up.
Awesome. All right, Karmen and Kameron, thank you so much for talking with me. And also, we have to give a shout out to our sister, Kendra, as well, and my in-loves, Akia and DJ, and to our parents, and to our entire family. And I just appreciate all of you for watching and supporting Celebrating Black Excellence. And as we end on 2024, from all of us to all of you, we hope that you have a happy new year. This is Karmen T. Clay, and this is Celebrating Black Excellence. Have a good one.